Hello, kindergarten. It's Mrs. Seelock here, and I'm here today to teach you about the parts of a pumpkin. So, as you see here, I have a pumpkin, and this pumpkin has different parts to it. And today we're going to talk about and learn about all of the different parts of a pumpkin. So, what's really cool is, first we have the outside part of the pumpkin. If you look closely here, you see this is an orange pumpkin. You'll also find green pumpkins and white pumpkins and sometimes even gray pumpkins. So the outer part of the pumpkin, the outside part that we see with our eyes before even cutting it or touching it, is called the skin of the pumpkin. So let me label that for you. Here is the skin. It is the outside part. It's the part that's orange or gray or white or even green. Now, if you notice, I drew something up here at the top. Any guesses what that is? Ooh, you've got it. That is the stem. That is the stem of the pumpkin. And if you see, I have a little stem on the top of my head with a vine. That is the stem of our pumpkin. And if you look here on our pumpkin, I have my stem. This one actually had one. Sometimes pumpkins, the stem breaks off, and that's okay too. All right, now I did something really cool. I cut our pumpkin in half. Take a look inside. Maybe you notice something, or maybe you see something. If you do, go ahead and share it out. Awesome. I see a lot of the same things that you saw. The first thing I see here is I see the skin on the outside, but then inside there's a lighter orange color. And I can feel it. It's a little wet and a little spongy. That is called the flesh. That is the flesh of our pumpkin. So when I'm drawing the flesh up here, I'm going to draw it not a straight line, and I'm going to draw it like that. It almost looks like SpongeBob because it is. It's very spongy. And that is, once again, the flesh. The flesh of our pumpkin. It's right inside the skin, but it's not nearly as tough or strong as our skin. All right, you said some other things that you noticed in there. You're right, I see them too. Those little pieces and parts, I have a few right here as well. Those are the seeds. Those are the seeds of our pumpkin, and those are kind of like a tannish, maybe a yellow in color. They're much lighter orange, if you will say. So I'm gonna draw them with my brown, and they've got a little bit of a circle shape. Some are big, some are small, and we are going to label those as the seeds. Those are the seeds of our pumpkin. So once again, we have our stem, we have the hard skin on the outside, we have the spongy, squishy inside, which is the flesh, and we have our seeds. Now, boys and girls, there is one more thing, and I'm not sure if you can see it very clearly, but here's a good one right here. Yeah, see those stringy things? They almost look like spider webs inside of our pumpkin. Those spider web looking things are called the pulp. They're the pulp of the pumpkin. And so when I draw a picture of those, I'm just going to draw lines all over, kind of like a spider web, kind of like a mix-match shape. That is the pulp. And the pulp is what is connecting the flesh and the seeds all together. It's what you carve out when you're making a jack-o'-lantern. So let me label that one the pulp. All right, boys and girls, you did outstanding. So let's do a quick review of the parts of our pumpkin. So here we are. We have the skin. It's on the outside, nice and tough. We have the stem. The stem you can find at the top. Like I said, sometimes they fall off. That's what was connecting it to the vine. When we flip it over, we have the flesh. The flesh is that spongy material here. Inside we have our seeds. This one has lots of great seeds. You can even bake those and make pumpkin seeds. And then connecting the seeds and the flesh is the pulp. Those are the pieces and parts that look almost like a spider web. All right, my friends, I hope you had fun learning the parts of a pumpkin. Please click on the next page for your seesaw activity. Thank you, and nice to meet you, kindergarten.